Cool. Great, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, we are good to go. Alrighty, guys, welcome. This is a personal box for Samuel. If you want one, I've still got 2 more. Yeah, I got 2 more. If Samuel, 55 apiece. Is that what it was? 55? I'm just gonna check my messages now to see like what they cost. I'm pretty sure I charged you 55, man. And then the other thing we probably should do too is just do a bit of promo for the other breaks that's up. So there's 2 breaks up at the moment. There's Wnba and there's a 3 boxes, so 2 boxes of choice and 1 box of hoops hobby. Yeah, 55. So if you want a personal, they're 55. Yep, 55. And then I'll just quickly flick through. So this is the Wnba one. That's probably maybe less than halfway. But it's filling up quite nicely. So there's some like cheapy teams there. Indiana's $6. We got Vegas, Connecticut. We got Chicago's there. The big one is Dallas though. They've got 3 first-round draft picks. That's why they're 51. This is the NBA one. So Celtics is free. Bulls is free. Cavs is free. I think Cavs is going to be a mini. Pacers, Clippers, Lakers. I'm surprised Lakers is still there actually. Mavs is still there. Blazers is still there. Spurs is still there. And Wizards. So it's actually, there's not that much left. So that's good. Alright, enough of me talking and promoting. Let's get it. Actually, Samuel, I'll let you pick your box, big fella. That's always fun. That's way more fun than me picking for you. Alrighty, yeah, no, you're sweet, mate. Samuel, no pressure, man. Left, middle, or right, Samuel? So if you say right, I'll open the right box for you. If you say middle, I'll open the middle box. I should have done that before I did the promo. Alright, we've got 2 other people on too, so welcome aboard. Thanks for watching. It's always nice to have a few more eyeballs. Come on, Samuel. Right, good choice, big fella. Yeah, so I'm actually, I haven't opened one of these for myself. I'm interested to see how these go. I think they've got enough value in them, you know, for what you pay and what you get. Like, Hoops is pretty friendly. And I think with the anniversary cards and the Slam cards, and I was a little bit surprised they didn't put Slam into Hobby, actually. I think they're really nice little cards. You get a heap of cards in those, man. Though 88 cards when you think about that. Like, out of a blaster, that's, it's an absolute boatload of cards. Almost enough to Alright, Ray Allen Slam. If that's your poison. Is it in the checklist? Hey, didn't we talk about this the other day? Did you check the checklist? Because You can't sit there hoping for a card the whole break and then it's actually not in the checklist. I feel like that's, to be honest, I think that's torturous. Hey! And Josh Christopher. That's cool. Nice start. Color match, everything. Delicious. Let's go, Mavs. Yeah. Yeah, when you say it like that, I mean, what do you get these days for $1 a card in a sealed box? They must just absolutely print the shit out of this stuff, honestly. Yeah, go double check, man, because alright, Okongwu, Rosier, Terrence Ross, and your rookie is Evan Mobley. After this, I'm actually going to do a personal pack for myself. I bought myself a hobby box of 93, 94 hoops, which is the one that I collected. The one that I collected easily the most when I was a little kid. Or I spent the most time collecting it, let me put it to you that way. So just for like a little bit of old time's sake, I bought a box and it was like $100, honestly. Ah, Ray Allen is in it. I'm actually surprised, to be honest. Cool, Skyview, Zion, and Moody. Alrighty, so in these boxes, mate, you get the Rise and Shine memorabilia and rookie remembrance. So just sort of spoil your surprise a little bit. That packet that I picked up and split and then put to the bottom of the pile, that's got a memorabilia card in it. So, and Christmas Day patch potential, that'll be nice. I like those. They're so ugly, they're good, you know. If you want anything penny sleep, mate, just let me know. I'll just sort of do what I normally do. Alrighty, Gary Payton. That's base. And Sengun. So Sengun had what, 29? Why is it doing that? Sorry. I mean, that's close to the Sonics, to be fair. That is close. It's just not quite your boy. I mean, you might be better off in this instance, mate, just like chasing a single because, you know, chasing a very specific card in breaks is, yeah, that's super tough, man. Unless you were in like a case break, right? If anyone else is online and they do want a personal, yeah, 55. I can do it literally as soon as I finish doing Samuel's. Lights, camera, action. I used to really like these cards. They were like my thing. Yeah, it's true, man. It is definitely still a Sonics card. I remember Payton more for his Sonic days than his Heat days. And for his Lakers days. To be honest, I was like, I'm pretty sure he played on another team. But yeah, Lakers was like the other team he was on, wasn't it? He still hasn't suited up. Alright, I think we got a holo coming. Ben Simmons. Ah, you have got to be joking. That's awesome. Congrats, man. I feel like I should take out the base out of the top loader and put this into the top loader. Jokes. I'm glad you chose this box, man. Yeah, the holos come up real nice. Alrighty, that packet to the right will lead to the end because I'm pretty sure that's your hit. Alrighty, double T. Alrighty, Ja and Kessler. So, I was looking at the Cavs today, their standings and their run for the rest of the year. It's looking really bad for them. Like, maybe they're going to finish in 8th spot. And then if they go into the play-in game against the Nets, I think, that's just... It's such a bad way for them to finish because they've had such a beautiful season and injuries have just caught up with them. It's actually a little bit painful to sort of like watch them, you know, end up like this. Alrighty, Josh Giddey, class of 2021. That's nice. And David Johnson. I don't know. I just feel I know this is not like it's not a true thing to say, but I just feel as though the Cavs deserve better. Like, it just shouldn't have ended up like this. And just their schedule at the end is, I think it's really gonna put them out, honestly. And I mean injuries is the big thing, isn't it? But I don't know. I've just really enjoyed them this year. They've easily been my favorite team. Like, it's not even a conversation. Alrighty, lights, camera, action again. Says we've had a couple of jars out of this box. And Kuminga. So last year, my sort of Kawhi Leonard, you know, the ultra raw, high upside guy was Robert Williams. It's Patrick Williams, isn't it? Patrick Williams. I think this year is Kuminga. Kuminga to me is just so juicy. So any Kuminga that you get, I think is a hold. Yeah, and the Grizz have been good. You're right. I'm definitely sort of skimming over the Grizz. And that's a bit unfair. But there he is, Patrick Williams. I think any Patrick Williams you get, any Kuminga you get, hold on all three. Speaking of the Devils. And Springer. Alrighty, last pack, man. This will have your hit in it. Alrighty. What do we got? Tobias Harris. Cole Anthony. Joker. Scotty Barnes. And your hit is Keon Johnson. On the rise and shine. Okay. I was expecting that sort of big, dirty, ugly looking patch. The enclosed officially licensed material is not associated with any specific player, game, or event. Interesting. Super interesting. Alrighty, a little bit of an anticlimax there. I do apologize, man. But I'll do a bit of a recap and then hopefully you'll feel 5% better. Because I don't think this was a stinker of a box. I think that Gary Payton Hollow was quite nice. You got some nice jars. You got a Mobley, Scotty Barnes. Yeah. Oh no, you didn't get Scotty Barnes. You got Scotty Lewis. I thought that was Scotty Barnes. I skimmed over that. I'm sorry. Alrighty, let's have a look. This is just the penny sleeve stuff. Alrighty. LaMelo jar. Kaminga. David Johnson. The Giddy jar. Kessler Edwards. Mr. Bones. Kyrie. Sharif. Zion. Sengun. Oh, you got both Warriors. Rookies. Skyview Zion. Terrence Purple. Mobley base. Josh Christopher. So 2 Rockets. 2 Warriors. That Donkey's a nice one. Now arriving and Mr. Joker. Alrighty, top loaded cards is going to be these 4. So we got this Gary Payton base and Gary Payton hollow. Not bad. And your napkin patch is Mr. Keon Johnson. Yeah, Nathaniel, if you're up for it, man, I'm up for it. I'll just really quickly... I saw the notification. I didn't see the... Yeah, Samuel, let's roll. Let's roll. Let me just tidy this bad boy up, and then we'll go. Samuel, thank you so much, mate. And I hope you enjoyed that. So, lads, I can do personal breaks, or I can post you the boxes. If you want to rip stuff, to be honest, look, I'm always happy to do personals for anyone. Like, believe me, I'm not trying to tell you to not deal with me. That's not that at all. But it's just, it's so much fun ripping your own stuff. So if you want to rip boxes, if you're looking for boxes, let me know. This is, I have to admit, this is sort of on my to-do list now. I need to start posting once a week what stock I've got in hand, but I just haven't been, to be brutally honest, I haven't been that motivated to sell sealed. I know this is going to sound almost hypocritical, but I don't know. In my mind, when I think of myself as a, like a card dealer, I think of myself as a breaker, not a box seller. So I don't know. I'm sort of like, I think historically very reluctant to sell boxes, but I think now I've sort of come full circle on that, and I think I'm ready to start selling sealed. So yeah, I know I'm gonna like cop a bit of flack for this, but yeah, that was really nice, man. Yeah, that was a nice donkey. Alrighty, Samuel, I'll put that away for you, mate. I've just put a sticker over it so it's nice and sealed up. You guys, your box is still pretty empty, but yeah, I think I'm not too sure the cost of Magic, Nathaniel, but if it's the same sort of price as Pokemon, it's just so much more economical to rip than NBA. Nathaniel, just choose your box, left or right. I'm just gonna go grab a quick drink and I'll come right back. left. Yep, no worries, mate. The left box is yours, man. I'm just going to update the text. I'm not going to lie, Nathaniel. I actually have traditionally really struggled to spell your name, and today I worked it out. It's Nathan with IAL on the end of it, and I know that's probably super obvious to you, but I don't know. That was a real stumbling block for me. I don't know if you can see that. I just cut myself. It's like OH&S. Live on camera. So we dropped an episode of Card School yesterday. We had the gentleman on from Slabbed Cards in Adelaide, Khalil. And it was really good. I think we were a little bit slow to sort of kick off. And once we got started, though, good luck, Nathaniel. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Anyway, I'm good now, Nathaniel. I'm settled in. I can spell it now. Anyway, once we settled in, we had a really nice conversation. And I actually thought it... So towards the middle and the end, it actually flowed really well. I was really, really happy. And look, it's always hard talking to someone for the first time. Adam and I, it's easy for us to talk now because, we've sort of spoken to each other for, 10 or 20 hours or 40 hours or, whatever. But yeah, just sort of building up that initial rapport, with someone for one episode, I do find that it's a little bit challenging, I think. But yeah, I thought it was really good. And also, too, the space that he's working in, I think is very unique. Because essentially he does subs for people. He does international postage. So if you want to send your cards to PWCC or you want to send them to Goldens, he has essentially purchased insurance. And then you can use his courier service. Yeah, man, that would have been super hard to spell that when you're in grade 1. I mean, to be honest, just spelling my name with 7 letters, I was really envious of people who like 3 letters in the name, like Ben or Tom. I was like, oh, just if I could be Tom for a day, Anyway, back to Slabs. Yeah, so I think the space that he's working in is it's interesting. And alrighty, KD on the frequent flyers, and Kessler Edwards. Is that no? We've had 2 Kesslers and 2 boxes, but not 2 out of this box. And I think also too what's interesting about him is that he subs with all 3 of the big boys, so SGC, PSA, BGS. So just sort of hearing his opinions and perspectives on the different grading companies, and in some ways an unbiased opinion, because I think the boys on Cardboard Nonsense, and I'm not saying this in a critical way of them, but I think in some ways their opinions are jaded because this company is one of the primary sponsors of their podcast. So I think even though they sort of say, oh, we're not, we truly believe in the product. Alrighty, class of 21. I like these inserts actually. Kaminga and David Johnson for the wrap. I just don't think that's true. And yeah, his insights into the the different processes, and the thing that I think was probably most interesting was how PSA send the labels back before they're printed, so that if there is an issue with any of the cards, you can then any of the labels, you can then get that amended before it goes off to be printed, whereas he said with SGC that's not the case. So you don't get to see the sky view as Kawhi Leonard, so you don't get to see the label until it's in your hands. So that is interesting, because I have heard from a different couple of sources that PSA, in terms of their processes and their back end sort of, customer service that, basically no one sees except for the subbers, is just so much further ahead of the different grading companies. PSA is winning the race in terms of return on investment, but they're also winning the race in terms of, just really simple but effective, processes, and that sort of like, what's it called when you look at a process and you analyze it? Anyway, I can't remember. I did it back in the day for a project. You know what I'm trying to say, though. They're just a more polished and developed company than the other companies. So, alrighty, Evan Fournier on the blue and Jaden Springer on the base. So I think, that's interesting. And, well, I find that stuff interesting. And so interestingly, he said not deadline, but he said the time that BGS will be opening up and taking more subbers on is May. So, and really May's not that far away. It's only, 4 or 5 weeks away. We're at the very end of March now. So that must mean that they've cleared enough of the backlog to start receiving cards again. Maxi on the base. And all right, that's the base to the blue you just hit. And another blue, Mr. Bagley, who's tearing it up in Detroit. And your rookie car is Wagner. So Samuel, what they did was they never shut their doors, but they essentially increased the price that high that it just made it prohibitive for people to send in. So whereas BGS completely shut their doors, and then they actually sent people's cards back because they were completely inundated when PSA shut down their doors, and then in the time of them increasing their prices by 10 times, they've bought a new factory and trained people up. So from what I think they're doing 10,000 cards a day or 10,000 cards a week. It's some absolutely bananas number. Alrighty, 2 Magic rookies. Suggs and Wagner is in your pile, mate. Yeah, and then what they've done is after that, they've reopened up. So it used to be it was 500 for a bit, then it was 250, now it's down to 150. So essentially they're doing it in a sort of a slowly staggered, type manner. And I suppose also too it, lets them test their systems to see if they're up to scratch or not. But yeah, so my understanding is, to answer your question in an extremely long-winded way, no, the backlog hasn't been cleared yet. And they're still taking on, sort of small amounts of cards. And Kai Jones, there we go, on the double. The Kai Jones double. Whereas what Khalil was saying last night is SGC is the polar opposite, a low price and a 20-day turnaround time. So when you say it like that, SGC at the moment, is doing really well. It does make you wonder though, the numbers that SGC is currently got on hand, and I suppose too, I do wonder what will happen to them, once PSA opens back up again. And alrighty, Slam. Kenyon Martin. Now, I really should say here, Kenyon Martin Sr. KG and Yukon poster. Rasheed Wallace, Mike Bibby, Silk Wilkes. Cool. Man, I had piles of Slam magazines. I have no idea where they ended up, honestly. I probably gave them away or donated them to like the Oppie or something like that. Alrighty, Luka Garza for the Pistons. Alrighty, 2 packs, mate. 2 packs. The big Kiwi. Alrighty, Zachary Levine double and a Keon Johnson. So we haven't had your hit yet, and I didn't actually organize the packs to have your hit last. So here's hoping we got something nice, man. I'm assuming you get 1 hit per box. So yeah, you got a memorabilia card in here. Great. Alrighty, Dorian Finney. Kenyon Martin Jr. Jalen Smith. Donovan. Oh, no, you didn't get a hit. Interesting. That's a bugger, man. I'll chuck you something in. Because, yeah, that's a bit of a stiff box. Who do you... Yeah, Lucas, it is. Yeah, so, not actually... Interesting. I didn't realize they weren't. Interesting. Yeah, I just assumed you got a like a dirty old patch, you know. Anyway, interesting. I didn't do this. I don't think this is like true for these. You do get a red back, but I'm interested. Feel like I don't even know what goes on with these cards anymore. Alrighty, recap. Let's go. Yeah, no auto, no napkin patch either, Lucas. So but you do get an absolute ton of cards. Alrighty. Jonas on the purple. Bagley on the blue. Fournier on the blue. Donkey. Edwards. Kawhi on the Skyview. Kuminga. Another Kuminga. That's nice. I like that insert. I'll put that into a top loader for you. KD. Nathaniel, who do you collect, man? I really should know this. Alrighty, guys. I got one more. They're 55 for a personal. If you are interested, just drop a comment here or send me a DM. Okay, you guys are going Harvey's. Alright, it's sold. Sold via PM. Samuel and Nathaniel, how are you? Second card in the hits. I think Redbacks is only hobby, Lucas. But I will check because I just feel like you just never know anymore. And then some of the hobby don't have Redbacks and some do. Yeah, I don't think you get Redbacks in Blasters. That's a hobby only thing. Yeah. Grizzly, Sun, and Crowder. Okay, cool. Do you like Jalen Smith? Because I've got a fair bit of him, and if I have any Crowder, I'll give it to you. But off the top of my head, I don't think I've got any. Alrighty, so boys, how are you splitting this box up? Are you doing? Do you want me to do the teams like? Do you want me to random the teams for you so you get 15 teams each? Because I can do that for you quickly. Not so much. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'll look out for some Crowder stuff for you. I'll chuck you something in. It does happen sometimes, though, man. So if you want me to just do a really quick random, I can random it off for you, and then to be honest, I wouldn't even probably offer you guys a trade period. Like, it's such a what are we talking about? $30 for 15 teams, like. Oh God, I'm thirsty. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay, that's fine. So, in that case, what I'll do is, hey, Luke, what's going on, man? We're just doing some hoops blasters. In that case, for that box, I'll just write on it Nathaniel and Samuel, or that I might even pack. To be honest, I'll probably pack them up into the team bags, just so it saves a bit of space, because otherwise there's too many. Alrighty, guys, last one. Good luck. Sorry, boys. Won't be great on the audio for a second. Has the video been okay tonight? Because from my end, it looks as though it's sort of focusing in and focusing out. So I'll spend... If it is a problem and it's not looking good on your end, I'll spend a couple of minutes after the break to get it sorted out. Empty box. Okay, no, if it's fine, it's fine. I mean, I think sometimes I just worry about this stuff too much, and then if I see like a tiny flicker, I just think, oh, it's going wrong or something, but it's probably been fine. This is our third. This is our third and final. Hey, thanks, Lucas. Okay, mate, yeah, look, it's probably just me. Alrighty, the big fella. Who's going to win MVP, boys? I think this year it's more wide open than the commentators have been saying. I don't think it's just down to Embiid and Jokic. Actually, alrighty, cool. Kyrie, Hoop Dreams. Cam Thomas. Oh no. Not another packet. I'm not sure if you can see this. This happened the other week too. Yeah. I gotta tell Ross about this. Man, that's so shit. Excuse my French. Alright, sorry lads, give me a second. I'll just chuck this in the bin and get a fresh packet of pennies. Alrighty, let's go. Yeah, stop on by, Lukey. So you got internet, man. I feel like sometimes when you watch breaks, you have to sit in your car to watch them or something like that. I sort of have these like funny memories of you doing that. So I hope you're actually in bed and just like chilling, man. Alrighty, that was a very long pack one. I'll try and make up on pack two. I've got a fair bit of Don Rust blasters coming. I think I've got 12 coming. And then the other thing I'm going to try and sort out is an order this week. So I'll post early next week. And alrighty, Quentin Grimes and Harden. I've just had a massive setback at work, so I've been a bit preoccupied with that at the moment. We had a software upgrade and it's just the implementation hasn't been what we were expecting, and the company that I am with, to be honest, they're not a bad company, but the problem that I'm perceiving at the moment is that they're not communicating the changes. Alrighty, that's a nice one. Light camera action hollow Jason Tatum. Let's go into the C's. So are you guys going to do like a sort of a little draft between you on the cards? Sorry, I just realized there's two questions up there. I'll answer the easy one first. Nathaniel, I don't actually know, but I would be shocked if he's not, just for the whole cultural, relevance and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? All right, I'll put that into a penny sleeve for you, man. I know he's your boy. And then to answer, Boxer. Alrighty, guys, live stream, please. And what's the odds between you two? And then Lucas, your question, who's going to be Rookie of the Year? I don't know. I thought Cade. Before he got injured, I was thinking Cade, just for the fact of how successful that Cleveland had been and, how well he'd been playing. And now I'm sort of like leaning towards Scotty Barnes. Like Barnes has just been... I was talking to Tin about him on offline, in chat tonight. Class of 21, Zaire Williams and Cade Cunningham on the base. He's just been bullying people. Like, he's just so much bigger than them, and he just knows how to use his body in all the right ways and all the right angles, and he just... It's so funny. He's, one of the youngest guys in the league, but he's also one of the stronger and more physically imposing men in the league. It's almost like, he's a man among the boys, and the boys are like the actual, like the pros. Like, it's just, he's super interesting to me in terms of, a long-term prospect, because He's a real basketball player, but he just probably doesn't fit, you know, Dayron Sharp on the blue and Dosanu for the Bulls. But he doesn't fit that kind of the Wnba sort of prototype that's become very popular lately. So I think like the Raptors is the perfect situation for him because he has such a quirky coach that, you know, loves atypical players and loves, you know, running these sort of, you know, different sets but still incorporates a lot of 3-point shooting to the game. Like, don't get me wrong, like the Raptors definitely rely on their 3-point shots, but they sort of run like flex and motion and they hunt mismatches, you know, within that, and they're a very cerebrally like coached team. And the other thing that really takes me back, I've been watching too much Raptors, you can probably like tell this a little bit, but the other thing that really gets me with the Raptors too is I almost feel on some lineups they roll out there, it's like they sort of put 5 wings out there. They don't, you know, put a point guard out there. They don't put a center out there. They just kind of have like just 5 basketball players. And, you know, we sort of talk about positionless basketball and, you know, all that type of stuff. And I really think that Toronto is probably the closest team to really, you know, pulling that off. Like truly like pulling that off. I don't know. I feel like between Nathaniel and Samuel, I'm keeping out of this, to be honest. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna have a vote, honestly. Alrighty, that's a nice one. That's a purple Wagner, and then behind that's a Suggs. Yeah, I think Scotty Barnes and Mobley. Like, I think realistically, I think that's it. Like, because of the performance and the team success. I know team success isn't a massive deal with Rookie of the Year, but you know their teams have had. Like, I don't think Jalen Green gets 10 votes, honestly, and I think he's played well and he's improved a lot, and you know he has sort of proven to be, you know, a pretty decent competitor, and you know the ability to get better. I think that's really important, but I just think Cade's been so amazing. Keon Johnson and Kai Jones. Did you, man? That's awesome, Lucas. Good to hear. Congrats. That would have made one of your customers very happy. Alrighty, Kenrick Wilkins, Kenya Martin Jr., AD, RJ. What happened to the Knicks this year? That was just alrighty, Keon Johnson. So you can put that base card with your patch, Samuel. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure you do. I know I got your hopes up and I told you had a patch in your last one. I'm pretty sure that last packet felt a little bit thicker. Ooh. Ooh. That's got a little bit of extra shine on it. Alrighty, let's go. I'm intrigued. I wanted to just skip to that card, to be honest, and not reveal these one by one. No! Ah! Alrighty, so this is actually the chase card. So this is the anniversary edition. Wow. Alright, boys, good luck splitting that up. I am legitimately like... Ah, congrats, Lucas. That's awesome. They're sick looking cards. Not one reaction. Are you two asleep? What's going on here? Has my feed dropped out? You literally just got the chase card and not one fire emoji, nothing. You boys. Are you playing video games? So not only is that like, you know, a super delish card. Okay, finally. Not only is it a super delish card. Fangirling. Hilarious, you two. Alrighty, I'm putting this into a kangaroo one touch. So the pros of the kangaroo one touch is you can put it into a penny sleeve and then into the one touch. So yeah, like I've said before, I'm not subsidized or anything like that by these guys, but I do really, really like the concept of these. Because I personally think the downside of one touches is that there's no surface protection, whereas with these you get all the benefits of being a one touch, and you also get the surface protection of the penny sleeve. So, and if you think about it too, when PSA puts their cards into one touches or into their slab, no, it's not PSA, it must be BGS. Yeah, so PSA don't. Interesting. And I've got no BGS on hand to look at. Anyway, one of the grading companies they do. I'm pretty sure it's BGS. Changing my shots. Nice one, lads. So it'd be pretty cool if you get that and then you get like a nice patch out of this packet then too. Yep, and you got a patch out of this one. Alrighty, boys. Good luck. Wagner. Beef stew and Corey Kispert. So, if I remember correctly, Samuel, this is your second Kispert you've hit. You got the number to 25 auto. Maybe Kispert's going to be your new PC, mate. So I think what the fairest thing here to do is, Samuel, you get the patch, and then Nathaniel, you get the patch, and then Samuel gets the giddy. I think that's pretty fair, lads. I think that's how you should split it up. I'm just teasing you, man. Yeah, I know. I don't know how you guys are going to split this up, lads. It's such a good problem to have, though. Congratulations, lads. Hey, maybe you can make it like this can be the start of your cartel. Alrighty, the beef stews are blue. You know what I mean? Like, you boys do so much together anyway. So this was easily the best box out of the three. Like, not even close. Alrighty, recap. Giddy on the anniversary edition. That almost looks like a so they're unnumbered, but it almost looks like a premium stock card, doesn't it? Kispert on the patch. That'll be not associated with any game. Yada yada. And then the holo Tatum. Nice box, lads. Nice little split. So they've really packed some value into these, haven't they? Like the anniversary cards, you get a holo per box. Then you've got the rookie cards and the coloured, and then you've got the patches. Like that's, I mean, for $55, like there's your slam card and a slam card too. Like it's not terrible. Yeah. Oh, was that Jesse Stanley, was it? Okay. For some reason I thought that was Samuel. It was like it was a $4 spot or something like that. Alrighty, boys. Look, I'm probably going to take a couple of pictures of these and post them on the site, to be honest, because that from a blaster, that was sick. I actually tried to buy more of these blasters yesterday or the day before, and it wouldn't let me add them to the cart, so... yeah. Alright, lads. Peace out. Congratulations, you two. Enjoy it. And I'll catch you all real soon. Peace out, lads.
decent athlete. And that should be enough for anyone, but Fox can also add doing amazing impressions in the special skills portion of his resume. And we're not talking about kind of doing a reasonable facsimile of an impersonation. We're talking legit impersonations here. So let's take a look at some spot-on and surprising impersonations from Jamie Foxx.
Nobody's talking to him. Guess who? I said, what's up, man? Man, what's going on? Ready to party? I said, who's that? They said, oh, that's a new motherfucker Kanye, man. He about to beat the shit. I said, what do he do? Well, he produces, but he also raps. And then he goes, I got a song that you will be good on. I got this song I know you can kill. As I look through the party, there's all time. You know, what's up, J Fox? What's up, baby? All time, you guys play fight. You know, got the fight coming. You got J Fox out there. All time, they want to call J Fox, but that's what keeps him. That's what you know, all time. East Fork, backward. I'm going to my garage. There's two guys, a little guy like this, and a tall guy. The little guy goes, Joe B. He was like, it's all time. I said, yeah, who we fix it? We didn't have to. It's real. I heard you. That's how long ago this was. But Mike was a wild boy. Because you see him in the club and you see some girls and you're like, hey, how you doing? You like BMWs? The girls be like, what? Do you like BMW? You like cars? You like BMWs? And crazy. He'd take the girls out and go get a BMW. He said, if there's anyone who still doubts that America is not a place where all things are possible, tonight is your answer. I was the only black man doing Ronald Reagan. Oh, all right, here we go. Pause. William, as a matter of fact, there you go again. Past Miami. How would Stephen A. Smith say it? When you're talking about LeBron James, I mean, what are we talking about? If Miami and Chris Bosh. Cried last. He did when LeBron won the championship. I cried with joy. Wow. See the interview with Shaq right after they won the championship. The dude that was interviewing him was more excited than he was. So Shaq got it. And you fight with your fingernails. You're fighting. This is a different voice from, the older days. Fredo, never gonna smell like it. Fredo. It's different. That was a Quiet Storm voice. Fredo, never gonna smell like it. Fredo, you work with Fredo.
Pharrell Williams and Ryan Seacrest, and you're on a haunted hayride.
Oh my God. Hey, it's a ghost. Ho! Wait. Hold on. Damn. Hold on. The ghost. He goes the ghost. Everybody, get up.
Man look way too small. He's trying to show me.
Starting to get warm a little bit, you know what I mean? First game's always a heat check. It's starting to get warm. That wind's blowing, it's hard to make it in a mid-range, so just wait till what's got to come. You think he's gonna score on you?
Nah, hell nah, man. He ain't finna score on us.
You think all those videos are real?
I don't believe none of that bull. All that, I think that's cat. The man look way too small. He's trying to show me.
We'll see what's up. Tell me, guys, what's gonna happen?
He's gonna beat the out of him.
It'll be easy?
Like Sunday morning, like cutting,
No.
man, it's like cutting ice cream on a hot Sunday.
That makes sense.
It's gonna be
everyone is talking about who won the Oscars. I have no idea. All I know is that Will Smith either punched or slapped Chris Rock. Now, what happened was Chris Rock was presenting, and he told a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada. And actually, honestly, I don't know what you think, but I thought it was a pretty disgusting joke. Not easily offended, but Jada, Will Smith's wife, she has alopecia. Her hair falls out, and Chris Rock made, I think, a very tasteless joke. That's my view. So maybe he deserved a slap. Don't know what you think about that. At the same time, I mean, we saw Ricky Gervais's slamming of all celebrities at the last Oscars, and would there be an argument that you should expect the worst when it comes to the Oscars? And I mean, I actually asked my wife what she thought about it. My wife is always a really good barometer, and I'll tell you what my wife thought about it, because she had very strong opinions on it. From what I could see, it was a slap, not a punch, but of course all the media is saying punch. But I'm just going to say, and look, I think comedy gets a bad rap, and I think sometimes comedians must feel like they can't make a joke about anything, otherwise they're going to get slammed. However, you know, someone's poor health, you know, and a woman's looks through losing her hair, to me that was tasteless. Just saying. A few people have said it looks staged. I don't know. I mean, did you see Will Smith's reaction when he was swearing at Chris Rock? That did not look staged to me. Will Smith looked scary. Will Smith's tears in his apology did not look staged to me. They looked scary. Will has said loose lips sink ships. Anyway, so I will just say, Chris Rock just stood there. What a shit. Didn't go down, didn't even cover his face. Maybe that's why some people are saying it looks like it was staged. I personally don't think it was staged, but I must admit, I believe things quite easily, so let me know what you think. So, if it wasn't staged, and if Chris Rock took a big slap from Will Smith, he carried on as normal, and that part of Chris Rock's hosting I thought was pretty professional. He just carried on. But, tasteless joke in my view. Now, I asked my wife, what did you think about this? And she said, Will Smith should not have slapped Chris Rock. It was embarrassing. Because, ladies, let me know what you think. If your man, or gents, if your man, or gents, if your lady, went up and slapped someone for telling a very tasteless joke about your partner, what would you thought of Will Smith's reaction? So, because some people might think it's a gratuitous romantic gesture, which, to be honest, that's the kind of sort of thing that Will Smith would do. I'm listening to Will Smith's autobiography right now. I'm finding it really interesting. He's a very emotional guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's carrying a lot of pain. He wants to, like, literally prove everything to his wives, because he's had some past ones. Literally wants to love on them so hard. So actually, this was kind of to character in a way. Some people have said that the police should have stepped in. Chris Rock didn't want to press charges. I think he was questioned, asked if he wanted to press charges. So, yeah, ladies, do you think this was a bit over the top? So my wife said it was an ego-based thing from Will Smith, obviously, because he was hurt, and it's cringe and embarrassing. And now the whole world knows about Jada's alopecia and her disease, and the whole world knows about the joke. Whereas if Will Smith had just maybe said something and just, kept his hand in his pocket, then the whole world wouldn't know. So it's even more embarrassing now. So in trying to protect his wife, maybe he's actually shamed his wife. This was, please speak slower, yes. I get rather excited. So, it
said the not deadline, but he said the time that the UPS would open them up to subs on May. So, and really May's not that far away. It's only 4 or 5 weeks away. We're at the very end of March now. So that must mean that they've cleared enough of the backlog to start receiving cards of their maxi release. And alright, that's the base to the blue you just hit. And another blue is the fact that it's tearing it up in Detroit and Enfield with the cars in the white. So Samuel, what they did was they never shut their doors, but they essentially increased the price that high that they just made it prohibited for the same bit. So whereas BGS completely like shut their doors and then they actually sent people's cards back because they were completely inundated when PSA shut down their doors, and then in the time of them increasing their prices by 10 times, they've bought a new factory and trained people up. So I think they're doing like 1,000 cards a day or 10,000 cards a week. Like it's some absolute bananas number. Alright, two magic groups, Suds and Wackos in the final minute. Yeah, and then what they've done is after that they've reopened up. So it used to be it was 500 for bid, and it was 250, now it's down to 150. So essentially they're doing it in a sort of a slowly staggered type manner. And I suppose also too like
Redemption. I might be too. What the hell? Nobody knows what it was. Nobody's gonna watch out. Signature routes.